What's up, guys? It's a brand new Rakxm Reviews. I just went out and saw Dragon Ball Super Broly, which was fucking amazing. Like, holy shit. I went into it with, a few expectations. Like, I knew there was obviously going to be fighting, but I didn't really expect them to, lay down the ground rules for pretty much all of the Dragon Ball universe at this point. We've seen Bardock, Father of Goku. We've seen the episode of Bardock. And we've seen snippets here and there of the destruction of Frieza, but this really solidified in the canon as to what happened on Frieza's destruction of planet Vegeta. We got to see Goku leaving planet Vegeta as a child, not as a baby, as was originally hinted at during the original stuff, but as a, 2, 3, 4 year old, somewhere in that range. Confirms that the Saiyans were in fact grown in pods. So, before I get started, I'm going to throw this down right now. This is going to have a lot of spoilers. If you have not seen Broly yet, don't watch this. Okay? This is your one and only warning. So one more time. Spoilers. I'm going to get into the meat of what happened in this film and give my thoughts on it. First and foremost, the animation was superb. I know that they didn't use their traditional Dragon Ball Z style. They actually had some of the original animators for One Piece on this, and it gave it a very unique look, and it worked really well. We had brand new characters introduced throughout this entire movie, two of which were very important. We had Chile and Limo, who were part of the Frieza Force, but then they defected from the Frieza Force. They stole a ship and became good friends with Broly, which was really cool. We had a character named Berry Blue who felt very unnecessary. She was just kind of there. Never really served a purpose, but, I guess the Frieza Force needed a short, fat woman to be a part of it. So yeah, that was interesting. We got to see Frieza when he was younger, a smaller version of Lord Frieza, which the color scheme kind of bothered me. I might have just not seen pink and, tiny Frieza in a while, but the way that he was animated in this film just it was a little off-putting for me. But that being said, it worked really well for the film, and seeing him without his armor in his first form is something we don't really get to see all that often, so that was really cool. We got to see Frieza in all of his golden, glorious perfection, as he does in Super more than once, but seeing him go up against somebody besides Goku and Vegeta was really cool. Speaking of someone versus Goku and Vegeta, there were so many fights in this movie. We started off right off the bat with the Goku and Vegeta usual sparring matches that we see at the beginning of pretty much all of the Dragon Ball Super movies, or Dragon Ball Super in general. And then we transitioned over to Frieza deciding that he's going to collect the Dragon Balls to make himself 5 centimeters taller, which is a really funny reflection of Bulma wanting to get the Dragon Balls to wish herself to be 5 years younger. And both of their reasonings are, it would look natural. It would be an easy transition, and nobody would question, if Frieza went and wished himself to be 10 centimeters taller, people would be like, hey, why are you 10 centimeters taller? If he was 5 centimeters taller, he'd just look like he's still growing. Bulma, same kind of thing. She's getting older, she knows this, so she was going to wish herself to be a little bit younger, but not so much so that people suggested she got plastic surgery. And I think that was really funny to see the two most outlandishly, cartoonish characters in the series talking about their ages and wanting to basically look on one end like they're still aging and on the other end look like they've stopped aging. We finally get to see the big battle that we all came to the theaters to see. Goku and Vegeta versus Broly. We got to see Goku versus Broly. We got to see Vegeta versus Broly. We got to see Whis fight against Broly for a very short period of time. We got to see Broly beat the crap out of Golden Frieza, and there is nothing more satisfying than seeing Frieza get his ass kicked. It was just so perfectly handled. We had Broly going off against Goku and Vegeta at the same time, and they realize that they're getting their shit kicked, and they decide to distract Broly by having him go up against Frieza directly. So they quickly pass over Frieza and say, tag, you're in, Frieza. They teleport off to find Piccolo, and they perform the first canon fusion dance that they have done in the entire series. And we get to see not only Gogeta, we also get to see Veku and Skinny Gogeta, who has yet to be named. But seeing all three of these different forms is just awesome, because we got to see Veku and, We've had hints of skinny Gogeta in Fusion Reborn, but seeing them on screen, on the big screen no less, was amazing. And I mean, like, I was front and center at this theater watching this, and it was just, there are no words for how amazing it was to see. We also got to finally, at the end, see a good ending for Broly. Broly didn't get wiped out. He didn't get sent off planet in a massive Kamehameha, Gallic Gun, and Buster Cannon send-off. He left on somewhat his own terms. Chile and Lemma decide to use Shenron to wish Broly back to his planet that he had been growing up on with his father Paragus, and that calms him down. He goes from this raging killer monster to Broly again. And this Broly has a personality. He's not just a brick wall that has a face. He is given so much character development. We get to see that this version of Broly is a very innocent and very naive young man, much like Goku was back when he was first introduced. He doesn't want to fight. He wants to live peacefully. And we actually get to learn that the things that Broly keeps with him are actually mementos. We see in a lot of the character design that he's wearing what looks to be an animal pelt around his waist. And we find out that that was the pelt of his pet. A giant thing that looks like a wolf and one of those asteroid snake things from Star Wars. And he called it Ba. And it was because of the sounds that the wolf made. And that just makes me think of that funny dachshund in the propeller plane. You know the one I'm talking about. And so when Paragus fights it and cuts off one of his ears, Broly keeps the ear, keeps it around his waist to remember Ba, because after that, Ba went and lost his shit. So, there was a lot of things that happened in this movie, and if you haven't seen it yet, like, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You need to go and see it. I mean, I know there's plenty of websites you can look it up, but, you know, go support the official release. Go see it in theaters. Go spend, you know, the $10-12 and see it, and, you know, like, let it change your life, guys. Like, this is a brand new chapter of Dragon Ball Super that's starting. I mean, we've had the Tournament of Power. We've had the Universe 6 tournament. We've had Beerus and Frieza. But in this one, we really got to see, like, what is to come. I mean, now Goku knows that there are more powerful beings than himself in his own universe. And we know that there's somebody out there that might even outclass Lord Beerus in terms of sheer strength. And that is exciting. We left the whole movie on a cliffhanger with Goku dropping off some supplies and senzu beans to Broly and Lemma and Chile on their planet. And he's like, look, I'm going to come back every so often. I'm going to check on you guys. And me and Broly are going to fight. So we know that this is going to be a thing. Like, Broly is now part of the canon. Everyone loves that. And this Broly is a much better Broly than the giant meathead that we saw previously. So that's all I've got for this movie. I don't want to give any more spoilers away. I've already given away way too many. But if you guys haven't seen it, please do. Again, support the official release. Also, they break the dimensions, which is awesome to watch. Like, Into the Spider-Verse type breaking dimensions. It was awesome to watch. So that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. Till I see you next time, stay frosty and don't do anything stupid.